Is ball python pricing scaring you right now? We're going to explain to you why it really shouldn't. Focus on the goal, focus on the main thing, progressing your collection, producing incredible animals, um, and everything else will fall into place. We're going to explain in this video on how, for example, for us, we're going to use ourselves for an example. And you would think it's pretty backwards. But let's say you spend $800,000 on a snake just to turn around and that same snake be devalued at $300-400 and you still be okay with it. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, what's going on? Will here, Flawless Exotic Creations, and we got a big one for you today. A good little talking topic, so something you guys can listen to or watch and hopefully get proof of concept, and kind of assure yourselves that you're on the right path, whether business or hobby. This business, even though we're working with live animals, has been amazing so far. We're still in the red. We're going to be in the red most likely for the next 3-4 years. But you know what? We're really excited about it because of the structure and foundation we've laid out for ourselves so far. So what we're going to talk about in this video is putting ourselves out there under the magnification glass and talk about how when we got in, it was right there COVID, one of the COVID breeders getting in. Pricing was up, and there's a lot of people in the market right now that's very worried, whether COVID, breeders who got in and got out. I'm gonna ask, what are your expectations? Like, what are your goals? Are you looking to get in to this business and do a flip, invest, 10, 20, $30,000 of your funds, your hard-earned money, in the hopes of making, double that the next year? I'm sure there's ways to do that. We don't know of any for us. But for us, it was literally to enjoy what we do, at the same time, make some very incredible animals and be able to push the industry at some point with some of our productions. Now, we want to talk about one scenario specifically because I feel like putting this stuff out there, videos like this, is being transparent and it gives everyone a breath of fresh air. When we got in, we purchased, I'll use the girl that we sold last week. We purchased a lot. We were very loose when it came to the females, as long as it was in the programs that we were working, and the things we thought we would like to see. No one's perfect, and I think that also hurts a lot of the breeders as well. When you see something from a certain combo or something that you don't want to further, you don't pack it up and say, I'm not going to continue that. When you see something you don't want to see, when you see something that's like, I can do a little better, I understand kind of beating the pavement and continuing down that path. But for us, one of the combos that we didn't want to further, just for us, and there's nothing wrong with the combo, but we didn't want to keep pastel and lesser together. We felt like it was a double whammy. It washed out a lot for us in certain combos, and in other combos it looked amazing. We have breeders. We had 3 breeder females that were pastel butter, pastel lesser, that look amazing. So to replicate those genes, those specific genes in those breeders, would have been nice, and to add this or that. So we have one actual female still that we can work on those programs with the further specifics. But at the same time, we're like, you know what, we can better our route where we wanted to go on specific breedings by doing without certain combos. So let me explain the number side of things. Let's say during the high market, you go out and you purchase a juvenile. I believe she was $800. She was pastel, lesser, black head, Posset Clown. Okay, she was 800 bucks. You end up finish growing her out because she was a juvenile, and she hits right around 1,500 grams. So you're $800 into this female. Let's say you're another 50 bucks at max into her rodent wise. It's gonna be a business video, but rodent wise, so you're $850 into this female. We're not talking about your time and calculating that, but at the same time, you breed her and she goes for you. Okay, and when she goes for you, she gives you 6 eggs. Okay, the 6 eggs you're looking for your holdback. Ours, we was looking for some blackhead, and to prove her out, it's clown, but blackhead clowns. I forgot the first year male that we bred her to, but we're looking for blackhead clowns. We didn't hit any blackhead clowns, which ended up making her entire clutch for sale. Okay, that clutch has since sold. Okay, we get them feeding, and we didn't even have them the full year, but the 6 babies, roughly, we'll throw it out there. Let's say it was already on the decline in the market, but her 6 babies, they were, she proved out to be clown, to be het for clown. So we had all clowns and het clown combos. And on average, we put in $350 per baby in that clutch at 6 eggs. So at 6 eggs, there were no holdbacks in that clutch. $350 per baby basically brought in a revenue of $2,100. Let's say across, again, still buying rodents. Let's say for that clutch, we'll even say $100, which we did not spend. Let's say it cost us $100 to feed that clutch until they were sold. So that brings the $2,100 down to $2,000. So we're $850 into the female, but we're already in the black on the female because she gave us a clutch her first year breeding here for us. And we cleared the $2,000 on that clutch. So that brings you right down to profit of $1,150. Now, just because she's a breeder female and she's a great eater, I think we get stuck also as breeder, going off topic a little bit, by we talk about it with Tim at Morphed Out, as well as Darren from Sloan Morse. He's had single gene pastels and things like that, which is nothing wrong with it, but I'm talking about snakes that doesn't progress your business or progress your productions, and just kind of hanging on to them because they're 10 egg layers, 12 egg layers. It's not always the best concept unless you have the space and resources to do so. That cannot be the only reason you hold on to some of these productive females. So she was not one of those, but at the same time, even if she was, we would still make the same decisions. So we decided at that point, number one, we proved her out. She's no longer pos het. And this was before the testing, and we proved her out now that she's het clown. Her weight snapped right back because she's a great eater. And we decided to upgrade the male to a different male because we're, again, wanting to shoot for Orange Dream combo, blackhead, Orange Dream, visual clown females to possibly hold back. That was the goal. So this is our second year of breeding. Now, regardless what happens with the clutch, we were looking at selling her mom and replacing her. Now, we are already drawing a line in the sand with our business model. We said, hey, if we don't produce a blackhead Orange Dream clown female, we're just going to buy one. So stay tuned for the clutch, probably later on this week, because you guys will get to see what's in the box, probably on Thursday. But from that clutch, she gave us 7 eggs this year. So while they were in the incubator, it's already been determined that she's being cut from the team, and basically we designed what we're gonna do next. Okay, so we put her up, and we ended up selling her, even though now she's 100% het. She's proven. We paid $800 for her in the up market, which means in that market, as a breeder, she was worth more than that in that market. But now as a proven breeder up the weight, I mean, 1,600 grams now on food, rocking and rolling, she sold for $400. A lot of people see that as, man, that's low. And again, we're putting these videos out here to be transparent, but hopefully, give you a breath of fresh air, because you buy her for 800, you feed her for that year, $50, feed her for another year, let's say another 50, $60. You're into her over $900 plus your time, just to turn around and sell her for 400. Now, when you look at that, you're like, man, you lost $500 on her. No, you didn't, because that first clutch from the first year that she went for us, after food, we cleared $2,000. So that still puts us in the black, $1,500. On top of that, her new clutch, I mean, with clowns, it had clowns. Let's say we have holdbacks. She gave us one more additional baby. By the way, sneak, peek and alert. Her clutch was insane. But you guys will see on Thursday. But we say all that because let's say she repeats and gives us another $2,000 clutch after feeding them, minus our holdbacks and everything. Even in this market, that's $3,500 of revenue that female brought in, even with selling her for what you would perceive to be a loss. We have to look at the big picture. So even at the $3,500, we can go anywhere right now and go buy a blackhead combo female for less than the $3,500 and still be in the black. And again, this is a business video, so you just want to put everything into perspective and stop worrying so much about, oh, well, I paid $500 for this, I need to make sure that I'm getting $500 for every baby. It don't necessarily work that way. Work on the totality of circumstances, everything that's working around it. Your social media, I know you guys tired of hearing me say that, but your social media, your avenues of revenue, how are you going to sell, the shows that you may go to sell, your table costs, looking on everything that adds and subtract from your revenue stream. So once you come down to all that, you need to make better decisions on what you're going to keep, continue to breed, and make sure that you strive to improve your productions that's going to further your collection and your goals. Don't breed for anybody else's goals. Draw you out a hardcore heavy outline of what you want to stick to and make adjustments along the way, but just make sure you're not chasing anybody else's dreams. So I kind of wanted to lay out that, the finances out on that, so you guys can see it full circle, full term, and at the same time make conscious decisions on, hey, I bought this female, 5 years ago for $2,000. She's gave me 2 clutches in 5 years. And now this same female is $400. The market sucks. No, not necessarily. I mean, what other markets you guys are out there involved in? Let me know in the comments, because we're in the stocks and bonds and, real estate is awesome. But what full businesses is sparking returns like that? Where you're going to invest, and the name of the game is take care of your animals. Yes, you have the weird things that may happen where an animal may die here or there. But if you have your entire, like Billy with Mutation Creation was saying, if your entire collection, half of your collection is dying, something's wrong, So good rule of thumb, if, 5 years ago you spent $2,000 on this female, and right now, you have a replacement, you hatched out, you got holdbacks from her, you've made sales from 2 of the clutches, she gave you 2 6A clutches, and on average, let's say on the low side of it, let's lowball it, you paired her with the right male, but you were only getting $500 a baby. I mean, you're killing it, and you got her replacement as a holdback, and then you turn around and sell her to move your projects forward for $500. So you sold her for 25% of what you paid for her. You're looking at it as you lost money. You're not looking at the totality of circumstances. And I think that's what we all have to look at, and look at every situation with your eyes wide open, make decisions on your own. Ask questions, spark some conversation in the comments. Even if you don't think that this information is accurate, sometimes I think people get too infatuated with seeing your return be dollar for dollar. I think that's a mistake. But anyway, it's Will, Flawless Exotic Creations. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, notification bell. Let us know if videos like this is helping you out on your journey. And we love you guys, and we out.